Scorpio, you are about to have a wish granted, a wish that you have been holding onto or believing in for a very long time, but it's like you've hit a dead end of some sorts here. But actually, the dead end is actually going to lead you to the blessing of the wish fulfillment, okay? Your wisdom, your courage will guide you, and your intuition is the key to a problem that you are unsure of. These are the messages that I have drawn before turning on the camera a few days ago. If you're new here, the way I work is I will draw some oracle cards and tarot cards, and then I will sit with the energy, and I will sit with it in meditation until I receive a vision, which the vision that Spirit shows me that I see for you sitting in your energy, in your sign, with these cards that I'm showing you right now. I will then write down the vision as I have seen it here on my laptop. So hopefully you can see, feel, and move through it the way that I have moved through it. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, you see that dead end energy, okay? But when I connected to the Ten of Swords, that dead end that I felt, like I said, was the beginning of something new coming in. So it's like you have to sort of hit this dead end, this Ten of Swords energy, this complete ending or the termination of one thing in order to culminate something else. And what you are culminating here is within the King of Cups energy. Like once this ends, the new beginning is this compassion, this strength, this wisdom and courage in the King of Cups energy that helps you navigate through this ending or dead end or whatever it is that you've experienced. And the intuition, the High Priestess energy, that sacred knowledge, that inner voice, that whisper that you will end up connecting to is the key to a problem or something that's going to present itself as a challenge within the situation. Now, I'm going to read you the vision, and then we're going to get into the tarot reading, which we will clarify the cards here more and get more in depth into what's going on with you and how you can navigate through this, okay? So let me read you this vision first. If you want to close your eyes, you can. You don't have to. Let's get into the vision, Scorpio. Turn the music down a little bit. You don't remember where the longing began, only that it's always lived in you, like a whisper beneath your ribs. Something more, something not yet reached, but always waiting. A wish you could never name out loud, lest it disappear. You move to the city with your hands half open, ready to give, ready to serve, ready to become something, someone that mattered. But the city is stone-hearted and smoke-choked, and it swallowed you whole more times than you can count. You've tried. God knows how you've tried. You offered your skill to infirmaries, turned away. You trained as an herbalist, laughed out of the guild. You offered your writing to the press, only to be ignored. You even dared to love someone once, and they said you were too much, too soft, too strange, too wild with your quiet dreams. And so you've learned to bury the ache beneath routine. You mend what you can, offer help where it's accepted, and watch the sky from your window like it might remember your name. But even the sky remains gray. You whisper, sometimes when no one is listening, please let it be different, let it be more. And you wait for something to answer, but the dead end keeps coming. Each one more final than the last. One storm-soaked night with the scent of coal and rain curling through the alleyways like grief. You find yourself outside a chapel that's been shut for years. Its wooden doors are swollen from damp, its stained glass cracked and forgotten. But something in you says, go inside. You push, the door groans, and you step into stillness. Dust motes drift like spirits in the candlelight. Ivy has crept in through the windows, softening the ruin. And in the center of it all, beneath the broken dome, where moonlight spills in like milk, stands him, a stranger, a presence, watching you as if he's been waiting. He wears a long coat soaked at the edges, and something in his face looks carved from memory, not someone you know, someone you remember from dreams, from the corners of visions you've long since stopped trusting. You've come, he says, as if he's sure. You don't speak, you just stare, and he smiles softly with sorrow. Not for me, he adds, for yourself. The days after blur. He visits again and again, never staying long. He doesn't tell you his name, only listens, asks you questions no one else does, and you answer them, not with words always, but with the weight of your eyes, with the quiet you've carried. He never promises to save you. He doesn't offer solutions, but he holds space for your ache without trying to fix it. You fall in love with him slowly, not for what he gives you, but for what he awakens. Still, nothing changes, not in the world and not in your circumstances. You are still poor, still overlooked, still locked out of every door you try. And one morning, you completely shatter. You break. You scream into your pillow, break the teacup you loved, crumple beneath the weight of what never comes. You cry until there's nothing left but the sound of your own breath in your ears. And that night, you have the most vivid dream. You are back in the chapel. But this time, the roof is gone entirely, and above you is only sky, limitless and lit with stars that pulse like heartbeats. The stranger stands beside you, but this time he does not speak. Instead, he raises a mirror, old, tarnished, and rippling like water, and asks you to look. You hesitate, but you eventually do. And what you see makes your knees buckle. You see yourself, but not as you are right now, as you truly are. Radiant, compassion woven into your skin, wisdom carved into your spine, intuition rising from your chest like golden smoke. You are not small, you are glorious. You realize in that moment, every time you gave kindness when the world was cruel, every time you held space for others when no one held space for you, every time you kept walking even when you couldn't see the road, you were answering your own wish. You were becoming it. The stranger kneels beside you, takes your hand, and places something into it, a lantern, and inside the flame is you. You wake with the sunrise pouring through your window like resurrection, and you laugh, not out of joy at first, but out of recognition. All this time, you thought the wish was out there, in someone else's hands, in some future where you were loved, celebrated, chosen. But the wish was never outside of you. It was your own heart calling you home. You begin, not with grand announcements, but with a soft kind of defiance. You open your tiny home to those who need warmth. You write again, not to be published, but to speak your truth. You mix your tinctures and offer them without charge. You say yes to love, but only the kind that meets you at eye level, where your fire doesn't shrink to fit inside someone else's fear. And they come one by one, the forgotten, the lost, the sensitive, the seekers. They come not because you saved them. They come because your light shows them how to save themselves. And one day, years later, when your hair is silver and your spine unbent by shame, someone asks you, how did you do it? How did you find the way? And you smile like you're holding a secret, but you speak the truth. The wish I was waiting for was my own courage, and the hero I needed was the one I became. You are your own healer, your own home. You are the fire you kept searching for in others. And now that you've remembered, you will never forget again. So Scorpio, the answer, the wish lies within you. You are the energy, you are the blessing, you are the one to be celebrated, and you are the one that is going to choose yourself here in order for you to have this wish granted, to find the alignment, okay? And this vision, when I saw it, it was set in a old English Victorian era style. That's why I saw you in this pharmacy mixing tinctures, saving people, helping people. And I didn't mention at the beginning, but that is something that helped you not only connect to others, but to yourself, is through this journey here, okay? And so I think that if you were to self-reflect right now and you were to look at all the people you've helped and all the times you've even ended up at a dead end or an ending, but the entire journey of how you got to this ending or this broken space or broken mentality, you helped guide others along the way. You had kindness in the steps that you went through, and growth, kindness and growth and love for others and yourself, that Spirit wants you to remember. Not only remember, but use as your guiding light. Find that wisdom and that courage, that love that you have created within your space, within your aura, within you, that you still carry to this day, okay? And tap into that to be able to become your own wish, your own chosen energy. Your light is shining here in the future because you have found your truth, your courage. The wish I was waiting for was my own courage, and the hero I needed was the one I became. You become your own hero. You become the transformation. So let's get into some more specifics here. Okay, what are the forces affecting you the most right now, Scorpio? If you'd like a personal vision reading, by the way, that's in the description box below. King of Wands. I feel that there are forces in your life, energies, whether this is a person, this is spiritually, or in other forms, maybe coming from within yourself, that are trying to, I want to just say manipulate, but it's not quite a manipulation, although it's close. It's come close to feeling like manipulation, but there are energies guiding you, but you are left wondering if this guidance is actually for your best interest and towards your highest truth. And the advice here I'm hearing is that try and separate yourself from the guidance of others and find your own truth and your own wisdom, like the King of Cups and the High Priestess, within that guidance. For example, this reading or any other reading or any person that is influencing you or sort of trying to show you a way or help you find that spark or that fire, separate yourself from the message, step outside of the kind of the sphere of the message or the energy, and see yourself as the outsider looking in, and ask yourself how this is affecting you, and if this is truly something that's connecting you to your wish, to your ultimate highest good and highest timeline that you wish to see yourself in one day in the future, okay? Because I do feel that there's been like a resistance because to you kind of collaborating with this timeline, with this wish and this courage, this wisdom and truth and your intuition, because there is this, you see this man, and he is, now this card, I don't always read the cards for their face value, okay? But for you right now, I just feel so strong that this is somebody like kind of mending, like molding your fire, your energy, trying to control it in some way, trying to mold it in some way, trying to get you to be someone. But there's a constant resistance coming from you, and that's why there's a lot of endings or dead ends or just like stagnation. And because some of this energy or these wishes or these intentions, this energy isn't really coming truly from you. And so there's always going to be that clash because it's not truly your wish or your desire or your energy, okay? So try and see and ask yourself what these forces could be for you, because there's definitely something here on the outside pushing in. So what is an energy guiding Scorpio at this time? The Empress. Your inner connection, everybody, whether you're male or female, has divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, okay? And what Spirit is asking you is to be guided by that feminine energy within you, okay? So your creative side, your nurturing side, your intuitive side, of course, you also have the High Priestess sitting here, right? That sacred feminine, intuitive, creative, nurturing energy that go with the flow. Don't resist the things that are happening. Be spontaneous. Be open to receiving. Feel yourself, or pour that light and that energy into people and things that really connect you to those energies, to the nurturing side, to feeling like a blooming flower rather than the bee that is trying to get the flower's nectar. You become kind of this flower, receiving, opening, okay, being open to the messages and you see she's kind of in the season of fall. That's what I'm seeing, the season of fall. And there's wind blowing and she's just going with the weather. She's not resisting the weather. The weather is going to change in your life and you are just flowing through the seasons. You are embracing the change, and you always find the beauty and the blessings in even the small inconveniences or dead end energy, right? You end up turning this dead end or this ending or this waiting game, I'm hearing now, this waiting game into a blessing, because you are embodying these feminine energies here of the High Priestess and the Empress. Oh, another card fell down. The Two of Pentacles. That balance. Spirit is asking you to find that balance within what you give and what you take is what I'm getting for you, okay? So you cannot be either or. You can't continue to take, or give. There has to be a balance between the give and the take, the masculine and the feminine, okay? So maybe you're leaning too far into one or the other. That's not what Spirit's trying to say either. Spirit is reminding me that the message isn't 100% lean into only the feminine energy. It's also to embrace the change, right? And let yourself be in the energy that you need to be in most, because the King of Cups is a very masculine energy. That courage, that wisdom, okay, that taking charge of your emotional state, what you need to get done, how you need to create, right? Not just your intuition, but what you need to do in order for you to create something and to move through something. So the balance is important. Thank you, Spirit. So last but not least, let's see what you don't see coming, what you least expect to show up. Yeah, what you least expect to show up. Interesting. The Three of Cups. So there is a new person or energy that you end up connecting to here within this journey. And it's that man that shows up in the journey, okay? There's someone or something unexpected coming in that you connect with in a very powerful, emotional way that you end up working with, collaborating with, and finding the answers with. Okay, this is a very important connection coming into your life. Let's get one more card here for general advice or anything that needs to come through. Again, if you'd like a personal reading, it's in the description box below. Four of Cups. There's something unfulfilling that I feel you keep telling yourself, you know, is necessary to keep around. But is it? Is it necessary? Or is it something or someone or an aspect of yourself or whatever this is it something that consistently drags you down? Okay, this is a question that you need to ask yourself because you have the answer. You know, you can feel yourself turning away from this more frequently. And there is a reason why you're doing that. And I think that what you feel, that nudge to turn away from this, to leave this, to end this situation, thoughts, you know, dead ends or resistance you keep feeling, okay, it's because you are meant to be guided towards new energies, a new connection and something new. But first you have to say no to the old that is not working out for you anymore, that is not giving you energy anymore, that is not connecting you in the way that maybe it used to anymore, okay? So you have to clear that space, that energy first before you can embrace sort of the new energies, right? So Scorpio, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I hope you subscribe if this resonated, and I will see you guys next time.